Hello, I'm Tiffany Watson, Director of the Edward J. Lewis II Lawyers in the Classroom program. Thank you for joining us for the Lawyers in the Classroom program series. Today, we'll hear from attorney Anel Carrillo about her volunteer experience and why she volunteers with the Lawyers in the Classroom program. Welcome, Anel.
Thanks, Tiffany, for having me this morning. So I actually decided on joining after Lawyers in the Classroom came to give a presentation to the law department. And I had no idea about this program beforehand. But once I had heard about how it worked, how they went to, it was attorneys going to CPS schools, it got me to think about how I started on deciding that this was the career I wanted. And I was a CPS student, and I remembered the motivation I got along the way, even from a young age. So once I knew about this program, I decided I wanted to try it out, and hopefully expose more young kids to this profession. And so that's how I started in Lawyers in the Classroom. So the first lesson that we did was no vehicles in the park. And I picked that one, spoke with the teacher about it, but I figured that would be a good way to start to get the students exposed to the legal profession, but also with some more critical thinking, since the lesson is about the intent of the law versus just the words of the law. I figured that would be a good way for us to start on our first meeting, because I was teaching sixth graders, and given everything going on and their age, I figured this was going to be a place where I wanted to start off with them, and I think they did enjoy that as well. I think it was having this lesson for them was a good way of diving in and thinking about how this applies to them, why we have certain laws. And I found that our meeting was virtual given everything that was going on, but despite that, there was a lot of participation from them, from the students, and so many were willing to volunteer and discuss their different perspectives. We did have some different perspectives, and that was also interesting to see them, discussing why they felt a certain way about their answer and being able to communicate that to their, their other fellow students. And I think they ended up enjoying the lesson, and really being able to think about, okay, why, what was the intent of this law? No vehicles in the park. And also that was, I figured, something that they could, use that to apply to other things, everything that's going on in their life. I think I'd also definitely benefited from it. My lesson was on a Monday afternoon, and it was a good way to start off the week. It was, like I said, I was a CPS student, and being back in that setting, seeing their enthusiasm, wanting to participate, was also a helpful reminder for me of why I picked this career, why I'm, working in this setting, because sometimes our careers just feel like a routine. So being, exposing, also like me being exposed to them, and, talking about or basics about the law was it was fun, and I certainly enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the other lessons I'll be teaching. So certainly one of the things that stuck with me the most happened at the beginning of the lesson when I was being introduced. My partner teacher, introduced me to the whole class, and as the attorney who was going to be facilitating this lesson. And At the beginning, there were some students who sort of did a double take, like, wait, this is our attorney? Like, yes, now this who will be teaching with us. And you could see that I wasn't what they were expecting, but they were pleasantly surprised, I feel. And to me, that was important. It was a reminder of why we were doing this, that representation does matter. And I know we say that, and because it is important, but actually seeing that with the kids stuck with me for sure the rest of the day. And like I said, I'm looking forward to more because it was a helpful reminder that we need to expose kids to more of these things. And I'm hoping that all this exposure, whether they go into the legal profession or not, is helpful for them to see themselves in many different areas.
Thanks so much, Anel, for sharing your thoughts and experiences. And thank you so much for being a part of the Lawyers in the Classroom program. To learn more about the Lawyers in the Classroom program, please go to www.chicagobar.org/chicagobar/LIC. Thank you so much.